And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From the Covey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou keep the fire burning bright. Fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us. Breaking down the moments, from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou with the fan base pride. Talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go Giants. Yes, yes, yes. Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou, breaking it down. All Giants all the time.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live, Game 1 between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies in what I call the battle for last, baby. The Giants, they lose the opening salvo, as they would say, as they lose to the Colorado Rockies 5-2. My God, man. It's just what a game. I mean, I think what was it, the third inning? You had Koss, who was running on a ball that was hit in front of him. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And you got the Colorado Rockies, who got him in a pickle, who can't catch the damn ball. And hey, there you go. That epitomizes the type of play that we're watching here between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. What a mess. Landon Roop, again, I tell you, you could set your clock by it. I wouldn't lie to you guys. It's just for some reason he folds and he loses it for whatever reason, and it happened again this time. What was it? And I think in the sixth inning, yeah, he got to 5 2/3. So hey, it is what it is. Eldridge did hit a bomb, that was nice. Yeah, and that's about it. And in the ninth inning, they were trying to get a rally here. Honestly, that kid in the center field, I thought he trapped it. If you watched it in full motion, I thought he trapped it. And then rolled over the top of it. I was like, all right, we're good. And when they showed the slow-mo, I was like, holy moly, he actually got it and he held on to it. So, hey, it happens. Freaking baseball. Glenn is back. What is up, dude? We haven't heard from you a while. Just tell us what you think, man.
So I'm in Chicago for a week. I come back for a week. I'm sick for a week, and I'm still not 100%, but I just said I got to get in and give you my take on this whole thing. Because I'm sure Lou and you hold it down, but I mean, the show is not complete without me having a rant at least once a week. I've had a few Bernice's had to put up with watching this crap for a week. I'll tell you, Eric, every day's the same. It's ironic. I couldn't wait to get on. Now I don't know. I'm tongue-tied. I don't know what to say. Don't you agree, guys, that no matter what day we come in, I said to you in the green room, it's the same old. There's no surprises with this team. There's really no surprise. We talk about the few odds and ends, the scraps. Oh, you had a home run tonight. Oh, that was great. Our pitching is adequate at best. Our pitching, Eric, is adequate. We hope it keeps us in a game. Yeah. The problem is when it holds us in a game, we don't have a lineup to compete with that solid pitching. We're lacking in so many ways that when we score 12 runs, we give up 14. When we get a great pitching performance, we give up the opposition only have 3 runs, but we're going to the 9th. They're down 3-1. It's like that. We play almost, and I'm not.
You play down to the competition. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, they play down to the competition, but really, have they played up to any competition, Eric? Really, come on. Every team has its game where they score. Oh my God, the Giants scored 17 runs. That ain't Giants baseball. Let's face it. So in my absence, the pitching has stunk. The hitting has stunk. I was thinking of Lou the other day because I wasn't exactly watching the stats. I had one eye open most of the week anyway. I slept for the whole week. I remember a chat. Lou and I did a show together in your absence one evening about a month ago, Lou, before I came to San Francisco. And I remember Lou saying, no, there's no way they're going 25 under 500. No way. The same people like Lou said they'll never just win 72. I'll settle with 72 right now. Because everything I say has been coming true this year. The team stinks. I told you in the preseason this was what to expect. You're seeing what Nostradamus Craig has predicted. It's all coming true. And despite what Lou says, I am really going to miss Mike Krukow. I've been savoring all of his voice, the sex voice. His voice, Eric, he's got a presence, even though sometimes he doesn't know what he's talking about. He has a good presence, so I'll give him that. Lou, how you doing, buddy? I missed you.
Good to have you back, Glenn. Let me tell you something.
Buddy. Thanks.
And I'm going to use Eric as an analogy. It doesn't matter who we face, okay? Tonight, we faced, again, a gentleman named Kyle Freeland. 3-10 with an ERA of 6.86.
Pitching in a pitcher's park, right?
And one runner in scoring positions in 8 innings. This team is worse than I thought it was. It's an embarrassment. One against one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball. Here's the other thing that disturbs me. We already know our pitching disaster. Okay? Disaster. But our hitting's a disaster. Okay, Eldridge hit a solo. As Glenn says, a solo means nothing. Get some guys on. Nobody else did jack crap. And then here's the other thing. Yeah, I'm Krukow, I said the other night, I'm glad, but they need a whole entire blow up. Okay? Not only can we not pitch, we can't hit. And then what do? Excuse Central. Are you kidding me with this Adamas bullshit? Are you kidding me? He's had a bad back for 3 months. Have you guys looked at his stats? Here, I want to read his stats. This is where Buster really blew it, okay? 2021, he batted 197. 2021, he batted 285. 2022, he batted 238. 2023, he batted 217. 2024, his best year, he batted 251. Free agent, the Giants took him. Last year, he was horrible, but he hit 30 homers. He batted a whopping 225, and he won the Willie Mack Award. So this year, can it get any worse? Yeah. 224. He's been horrible defense. Another buster. Horrible signing. And I'm sick of these excuses, all guys being injured. Give me a break. This is the only team that comes up injuries that as an excuse instead of saying, you know what? We have guys that don't know what they're doing. And the other thing, too, is we've been saying this all year. All these minor league bums, pitchers in AA and AAA come up to the majors, and they have no clue what they're doing. I love it when I listen to the game on the radio, and this was the excuse today. I want to make sure I get the right guy. So hold on one second. I'm sorry. I had 2 screens up. This was the excuse. T. Harris. I don't even know his first name.
Trent.
Well, he's still learning the game, but he's in the majors. Are you kidding me? The guy couldn't hit the side of a wall. I'm sorry, but this is something that we see all the time. We bring all these guys up. It doesn't matter hitting or pitching from the minors. What we got to do is start getting rid of everybody. Glenn brought this up at the top. Either you know or we don't. I don't care if we don't have anybody else. Get rid of everybody. I don't want these announcers anymore. I don't want any of these team guys. Keep about 6 or 7 and start getting rid of all the crap. I don't want to see this team next year. I'm sick and tired of seeing McRae. McRae last year got a new name because all he did was strike out. The guy's gotten 2 hits in 40 attempts. He's not a major leaguer. Forget these 4A guys. It's not fair when you fill up the park and you're giving us 4A players. Buster, you should have been fired. Tony V, you should be fired. I don't care anymore. I'm going to stop being nice because I'm sick and tired of these guys that are not good. Okay? Get rid of them and just say, guys, we're going to rebuild and bring up the AA team or single A team. So at least we see guys that care. Nobody cares on this team. Tony V just does as usual. He does the stare. Nobody else cares. Okay? It's not fair to the fans. And you know what? I hope they play next year because I don't want to see this garbage. And all they talked about this year on the post-game show, oh, the Giants got the All-Star game. Why do they deserve the All-Star game? They don't deserve it. They're a lousy product. They're a lousy organization. Back to you two.
You know, Eric, before we get to you, and I haven't had much to say on the topic for a week, as you know. Lou is spot on. When I was watching tonight's game, one of the notes I left my note. Look, this is what my notes look like tonight because I left them in the other room. I'm going off memory here. It was about the fourth or fifth inning, and I thought to myself, a guy like Jung-Hoo Lee, they said, Jung-Hoo Lee, fan favorite, to some extent in the conversation. And I thought, a lot of teams in Major League Baseball, their worst player is a Jung-Hoo type Lee player. Maybe a little not as good an average, maybe there's some but you get what I'm saying? He's like we got such a cast of misfits that shouldn't be even in Major League Baseball, as Lou had brought up, that a Jung-Hoo Lee on most teams would be like your kicker, your throw in. You're just like, okay, he's holding down a position because we got all these beasts and we got guys who are good at their craft. We don't even have a guy. Well, who's good at their craft? Who's good at their craft, Eric, on this team? The pitching? Nobody's good at the craft. Nobody. We don't have a pitcher. And then where's our home run hitter? We don't even have a beast with the bat. Nobody. Oh, do we have a speedster? And people will say, well, Cox. Well, Cox didn't even play for the team yesterday, I might add. So is he really that good? He's not even here. Well, he's here today. Got a nice triple, by the way. But there's just not enough depth. And there's no leaders in any, like, I used to get my baseball cards in the 70s. You had team leader cards. Well, Eric, throw those out the car window doing 100 and let them fly out. And that's happened to me before, by the way. My Charlie's Angels collection. Dad, stop the car. Can't stop on the highway. Zoom. So I got to say, Eric, that this is a team that just does not have any, it doesn't have any talent, Eric. And Lou's right. We're going to go. What are they going to market this as the All-Star City? All-Stars? We don't even have a player. Come on.
As far as the All-Star game, it's the venue more than the team. It's the venue.
I don't even like the venue anymore. I don't even like the venue anymore. I had this conversation with Bernice yesterday. San Diego, give me that ballpark all day long. God. Now, I love going to if that was my home court, I love going to Eric. Oracle Park, they knew it was growing stale, and all off season they had the tarps up like it was this, coming soon. Like the big voice in the movie theater, coming soon, the coming attraction. They unveiled a freaking digital screen, and they moved back the alley around the ramps only to put in another beer stand. There's like a rum hut set up. So really, they didn't change the ballpark and like make it that much more hospitable. I don't get it. This is an old, lazy, dirty product, Eric. It's a dirty product.
All right, with that being said, let's take a look at the tail of the tape and see what the Giants did today. Or
dirty.
Didn't do.
Dirty.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Drive into center field.
Got him.
All right, there we go. Final score, and we'll get more into this because Lou and Glenn, you guys let it fly. We'll get into it more here. Giants lose 5-2. Look at that. Look at that win and loss total. Like I said, the battle for last. Colorado, 5 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. Giants, 2 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. The win is Freeland. He's now 4-10 with a 6.2 ERA. Roop gets the loss. He's 7-12 with a 4.3. Lineup, Cox led off today. Had a nice triple today. Oh, I thought it was going to leave the yard, but it didn't. And he was able to score that run later on in the inning there in the ninth. Devers had a hit in RBI. Eldridge had a hit in RBI again with that big solo shot to center field. Barracoto had a hit today, but he also freaking had a boo-boo out there in the field. Oh, my God. What are you doing? It made no sense why he was trying to freaking bazooka that thing into home plate, and it wind up getting another runner over there at third base. It's just, what are you doing? Come on. Lee was 0 for today. No strikeouts, but I think he had, 3 ground balls to second base, and then I think, what did he finish it with? I can't even remember. I think it was a pop-up or something. I can't remember. Basabi had 2 hits, so again, it was nice seeing Basabi still swinging back. Buddy Kennedy back in there, guys. Look at that. Oh, Lord.
Give me a break.
Oh, Lord. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Kisner is in there behind the plate today. Drew a walk, the only walk today for the Giants. Koss also had a hit, had a double. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Not very many opportunities. Roop, here we go. 5 2/3. Gave up 5 hits, 4 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Also had a hit batsman. I'll tell you what. I think Landon Roop, he did quite the number today. He gave up a single, a double, a triple, a home run. He hit a batter. He had a wild pitch. He walked 3, and he allowed 4 runs. So there you go. That is what Landon Roop did today. Again, but the thing is, guys, this is something that's unusual. This is something he's been doing for quite some time now. I don't know what's going on. And this is something that we'll carry on the conversation here afterwards. San Martin came in for a third of an inning to rescue Roop. Had a strikeout, got out of it. Brubaker came in for an inning. Harris came in. His first inning was fantastic. Struck out 3. His second inning, there you go. He walked 3. He loaded the bases with only 1 out in that second inning of work for Trent Harris. Maybe he's just a 1-inning guy. Foley came in. He walked a guy, but then didn't allow any runs. So there you go. That is what the line looked like today. The more we got to talk about this, I mean, again, this is about the pitching. The pitching is an issue, guys, because I don't know. We keep talking about Landon Roop. I mean, I don't want to, in not of a good way, guys, and that's the problem. It's what's going on here. Does the chat? I mean, do you guys have any idea what's going on? Is it fatigue? I don't know, or is it concentration? Maybe. Some guys are like that. Look, we all know that baseball is a very mental game. And as the game is progressing, if you start losing a little bit of something, well, maybe you're not executing your pitches a little bit better because you're thinking about something else. Who knows? I don't know. I know one thing. He loses it every single time. He always has that inning where it just absolutely snowballs on him. And I don't know what to make of it. I mean, is he literally making a case to be in that rotation next year? To me right now, it doesn't seem like it is. Now, by sheer lack of starting pitchers, he may be in there. But what's going on? I don't know. Lou, let me hear you. What do you think, man? We've been seeing.
I thought tonight he even got lucky where his stats were even that good. If you remember, Colorado ran out of an inning, or it would have been worse. So, again, you know what? For a pitcher, he's not a major league pitcher. He's there. He runs out of gas. I saw somebody in the chat said he was 5-1. When was that? Last year? That's what it feels like. The Giants have nothing. And the problem with the pitchers is, and again, I don't know if it's all the ABS, because again, there was a couple times like in the 5th where they could have used ABS, but they couldn't because they've already used them. I think the Giants, again, even though we traded our catcher away, I think it's really hurt our pitching staff just because he could steal strikes.
Yeah,
I think the Giants have no clue how to work the ABS at all. I blame the coaches because most of these guys did it in the minor leagues. And I think it comes back where you can only have so many coaches tell you over and over and over again. But I think it's just overall players. Our players are average at best. I don't see any other teams going. And when you think about the future, Colorado has a better future than us, which is scary. Okay, we're the Giants. Here's the other thing. I don't want the same team next year. And I don't think Casey would have made a difference. I don't think Kratman would have made a difference. We just are just average at best. And if you have anyone to blame, you got to blame Buster. Because Buster said, We're going to be better defensively. Again, tonight, I just want to look, was it 2 or 3? We had 2 errors. And again, we might have been lucky because I think one of those errors, the guy at first for Colorado ran around and we sort of got the out. He hasn't come through there. He's given us a product that's bad. And any other CEO, any other person's name, Buster be relieved of his duties. I mean, Eric, you said this all year. The Giants are not going to spend money. And this year, the free agent class is not good. So we're stuck with what we have. Well, then you know what? Do whatever you can and just go really, really young. Because if we're not going to be good to 2029, 2030, don't stay in the rest area. Just pull over for 4 years and just do that. I have no problem. I mean, me being a season ticket holder, I have no problem seeing the young. But do me a favor. Give guys that can actually give a good effort. I mean, the pitching's bad. These hitters are bad. I mean, come on. Do you think I get excited when Buddy Kennedy comes up? That guy, we picked him up just to fill a spot. Just another safe excuse for the Giants. He should never be on the Giants. Yeah, I know, but we need people to fill the position. Well, that tells me the AAA and AA are bad. This guy's useless. Get rid of all the deadwood and just admit we're going to rebuild, and I have no problem with that. You know, we already have the All-Star game in 2028. Okay, the All-Star game doesn't mean anything anymore like it used to when the Giants held it in 2021.
It's true.
2020, no, 2007. 2007.
Or 2007, I can't remember because I watched the pregame show and they had it 2001. They had the wrong year up, typical. But I just think it's one of those things where, you know, the Giants need a total redone. You know, I mean, Kruko, I think, will be missed just because he was something. But you know what? Kruk and Kipe should have retired together. I said this 4 months ago. Okay? You listen to these guys. Again, maybe I'm being too pessimistic because the Giants are bad and they're trying to do the best they can.
Yeah.
But I listened today to a show on KNBR, and they had a former shortstop that I used to respect. And he brought up this. Susak. Oh, yeah, he's great. I could see him being a future all-star for the Giants. Stop talking like that. Susak is adequate. He's not an all-star. Said, yeah, but we got to see Eldridge. Okay. Eldridge batting 246. All you guys keep thinking he's a superstar. You know who's a superstar and who's a better rookie than him? Look at Stewart for the Reds. Guy's got 28 RBIs. 28 homers. He's got like 78 RBIs. Every time he comes up, he's dangerous. Giants don't have anyone like that. And I'm sick and tired of them. And I'm going to say it. I've been saying it for 3 years since I've been on podcasts, even when I was damn. Stop hiring idiots that are from the Bay Area. Bay Area doesn't have superstars. Beside Bonds, Craig Jeffries, there have been no superstars for baseball in the Bay Area. I'm sorry. Not for the last 20 years. I'm sorry, but there's just none. Florida's got the superstar. Bay Area doesn't have crap. Okay? So you guys got to stop thinking, oh, this guy's here. The other thing is, we hired 758 coaches this year. Why are we so bad? Stop hiring guys that were good 10 years ago because we have not adapted to the new system. And that's fine. But, you know, we are just so bad. Yeah, JB brings up a great point. Encarnacion, who we just DFA'd. At least he would be better than what we have now. And we gave him away. You know, we go to Florida's guy who's going to lead the league in hitting. Just gave him away. We need a total aspect. Buster, gone. Mania, gone. Tony V, gone. Who's ever in charge of the minor league system, gone. Who I think is a switch hitter that used to be a Giant, but never had experience, but we picked him because he's in the area. Gone. We need so much because I'm not going to wait 5 years doing this show when we're going to be average at best or a little bit better. We need to be better. We're the San Francisco Giants. Stop treating us like we're the Minnesota Twins. You know, right now, except for the Valkyries, the Bay Area fans are complete morons. You guys think the Niners are going to be good? What is wrong with you people? Seattle and the Rams, we can't even hold their jock. Oh, no, but the Warriors. What do you mean the Warriors are going to be good? We're old. We're useless. The Warriors are barely 500. And then you got the Giants. Complete useless. Back to you guys.
Eric, you can hold the jock.
Oh, man. Holy moly.
Blue's right on. They talk a bigger. The Giants, the broadcasters, the talk shows, the fan base, much to blame. They talk a big game like we do here at Giants, but we back it up. He's an all-star. No, he's not. He might be the best of a bad bunch, but they don't make him an all-star. So I'm tired of that. I'm also tired, Eric, too, of senior softball games talking about Sal Stewart on Lou's rant. Sal Stewart, oh, yeah, but he plays in a Cracker Jack box. Lots of home runs there. I am just the opposite of most of you guys who are in the chat. Sometimes Eric and Lou. But it's a pitcher's ballpark. Well, first of all, if it's a goddamn pitcher's ballpark, why do we not have any pitchers? Okay? They don't seem to be working out mathematically. My abacus hasn't added this all up, Eric, because something's fishy. And the other, if it's a pitcher, I don't think it's a pitcher's ballpark as much. It's a hitter's. If it's that big, spacious, it's a pitch. It's a hitter's ballpark too. So we don't have any pitching. I go back to what I said. No pitching, no hitting. Stop with the excuses. No more excuses. Well, he plays in a better. And I don't want to. I'm not Nostradamus. And I'm perhaps going to sound narcissistic here, Lou. But what I touched on earlier about predicting 72 wins and making a lot of predictions that are coming true, I truly feel that I could do a better job running this ball club, Eric, because I have picked a list of names over the last 2 seasons who they should have went out and got, who proved they could play. Last 2 years, I said, wait till this guy comes over. Oh, shit, the White Sox got him. Giants had no interest in signing him. I said, making a big mistake. How many home runs he got now, Lou? He's got, what, 23, 24? I've lost count.
25, yeah.
And he's 25 home runs, and he's missed about a month. He missed 6 weeks. Oh, no, Giants are this play it safe crap. Play it safe. Lou, does play it safe actually mean let's get a bunch of guys? It's like a beer league, Eric. We got our buddies. We got AA players. It's like a freaking beer league. I've seen intramural leagues play better ball than this, Eric. Like 10 o'clock under the lights at Whitney Pier Field. It's terrible. We're not competitive. And we saw that tonight. We're not even competing with the bad teams. At the end of the day, too, guys, you got to accept your fate. All these years, we looked at teams like Colorado's and Chicago's who they're the worst teams. Face it, we're the worst team. Back to you, Eric.
Well, I'll tell you, I said this quite some time ago, and this is not about, me saying it because I said it. The Giants are so bad that we knew that after the trade deadline, it was going to be awful. I'm not expecting some magical baseball from the San Francisco Giants. And would I like to see better baseball? Absolutely. Would I love to see some of these young guys show something? Yes. Cox, he showed something today. Eldridge showed something today. Roop did not show anything today. Trent Harris was Jekyll and Hyde. He struck out 3, then he came out for the second inning and walked in bases loaded. Barracoto had a nice opposite field hit there late in the game, but then he also freaking threw that ball to I don't even know where the hell it was going. So again, that's a guy that I'm high on. I want to see more from him. So I don't get worked up anymore for this, for the simple fact I know where this is going, and it's going nowhere. It just isn't. It's not. And once you traded Ray and Rise and Ramos and Miller and you trade all these guys, guess what? You're going to have a bad product. End of story. You're going to have to. And I think the writing is on the wall that, hey, it's going to be some time before they compete. Now, if the Giants come out in the offseason and say, hey, we're going to try to go for 2027, well, I think that's a mistake. But the Giants like to do that. So let's see what they decide. I hope they say, and this is what I hope, honestly, I hope that they decide to go, you know what? Let's let's temper expectations and say we are not necessarily, if everyone's afraid of the rebuild, and I don't get it. And to be honest with you, I don't think the Giants are rebuilding. I think they're just going to be addressing the pitching, because the pitching is the biggest problem. Because next year, look, Chapman is going to be back. Schmidt is going to be back. We don't know who else they're going to get. So the lineup is going to be better. It's once these guys went down with injury, then it starting to go downhill. Remember, you talked about it, Glenn. We're bad then now. What do you think is going to happen once we get these injuries? Lo and behold, we got these injuries and these trades, and it's an absolute disaster right now. And I think the Giants understood that was going to happen. So next year, the issue has to be, and this is where I fault 100%. And look, everyone says this. I know it's not just me. Not addressing the bullpen like Buster Posey should have done really cost this team to a certain extent. Also with the starting rotation to an extent, right? Even though Hauser is starting to show a little bit of something. I don't know how long that's going to be. We'll see. But they took half measures, and I don't like when you're taking half measures. If you're going to go out there and tell me that you're going to go out there and compete, you cannot go out there and just do half measures. Go all in if that's what you're doing. If you're not going to go all in, then don't go out there and make these moves that they did as far as locking up these three guys, right? I mean,
but Eric, to your point, let me ask you this. You're talking about half measures. Well, First thing I think of is there's a lot of teams who have to do that. You got to play there are bean counters who have to go, well, we have to apply ourselves in certain positions. The problem for me, don't you agree, Eric, is that they're modest at best in every, you name for me. I mean, are you saying, well, they spent their money on Devers, so that's, now we get a piece around Devers. Where did they spend their money? It's so casually spent. Like, where did they go cheap? For me, it's everywhere. You're saying pitching? I think they've gone cheap everywhere. They went cheap on Bader.
They did. Yes.
They've gone cheap on the whole. I told you in the preseason, we need a catcher. We need a quality catcher. Geez, we got through about 7 this year, I think, and we still don't have one.
Right? Can you believe that? Go. We've gone through 6.
There you go. Off the top of my head, I thought it was 7. There you go.
That's crazy.
Eric, they've gone thin everywhere. So you tell me where the money has been diligently spent. Because
good question. Good, as that's a good question. I guess you could say not very well, honestly. I mean, and I know people hate Devers. I get it. I understand it. He's a lightning rod. He's right there up there with Belt, with people having absolute hate and an absolute love for the guy. But I mean, he does have 24 home runs on the season. He's got, how many RBIs does he have? Isn't he close to 80?
Many of those I'd like to know how many of those are solo shots.
No, but he's got like 80-something RBIs, don't he? I don't know if someone could look that up and see how many RBIs. So he's probably going to get close to 100 RBIs by the end of the season. I think it's going to be close. We'll see. I don't know. Considering the way that this lineup is, he may not have a whole bunch of guys ahead of him to knock guys in. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But
the Angels have been down that road too, Eric.
Absolutely. Yeah,
you can 100%. Have a Shohei Ohtani. But if you're 21 games under 500, does it really matter? What?
And here's another thing. What was the Angels' problem the whole time? It was always pitching. They can hit the ball, but they can never outscore the opposing team, because you didn't have the pitching. And that's the issue. And that's something. He has 64. Okay, my bad. He has 64. So he might get close to 90 by the time you get to the end of the year. But again, a lot of that is because he doesn't have guys ahead of him. And that is a problem. And look, and that's 64 RBIs with basically 1 month where he didn't do anything, which was April. April was absolutely horrendous. I mean, it was bad. So for him to even have 64 at this time, considering how much shitty baseball he's played. So we'll see how that pans out. But again, as far as money spent, look, I'm going to tell you something, guys, even though that's a big contract, in the big scheme of things, where is that in all of baseball? Right? There's guys getting out there that's getting twice that much almost, right? So, I mean, it is what it is, whatever. This is what Buster Posey did, and he's going to have to figure this one out, man. Look, this all roads point back to Buster. It does. I don't know what this is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with this.
Sorry, Eric. I think one of the things that really pissed me off, and I didn't want to go down the Buster Posey road again. You brought it up. It's Buster's fault. You made a valiant comment there just before and maybe on trade deadline day, when you said we're gonna be happy if he just hits that reset button.
Mm-hmm.
We should never have been in a position whatsoever anyway.
You hit the reset.
Hit it.
100%.
We could try to get better. We could try to make moves for the future. This is a total reset. So hitting the reset button is really failure to begin with. And I still blame Buster. You know who should get the blame, Lou? I don't think Lou has seen my little friend here. Well, I guess he was. It wasn't that long ago. Lou, I'm back, and I only came in tonight because I wanted to say that it's my fault. He absolutely freaking stinks this year. It's my fault because Lou's a big retro TV guy. Eric, a bit of a retro guy himself. I was walking the beaches of Hawaii. When I found my little tiki friend, they say when you pick one of these things up, it brings you bad
luck.
Brady Bunch. Bad luck. And I should have went back to the ancient burial ground, Lou, and put it back, give it a home. But I said, no, he's coming back to the Bay Area where, look at that smile, right? A smile. And he's like, ha, 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 ha. Team stinks. Glenn's fault. Ha. That takes me back to the Brady Bunch. It's my fault. Should have left the tiki where he was. And maybe the Giants would be doing a little better, guys.
All right, here. I'm going to get to some super chats here. We got a bunch of them. Yeah. Justin chimes in, says, Field of Dreams game in 2027 is going to be Boston versus Kansas City. Loves, lose, rants. That's going to be a shitty field. Boston and Kansas City? Okay, if it was Boston and New York, okay. Now we're talking.
But this team's being Lou, it only shows teams are being like Kansas City are being respected a whole lot more than we are.
Quinn Thomas, $5. That's our White Sox fan. There it is. Murakami's got 27.
I got to get a jersey.
He also donates another 5. Murakami Vargas. How about that guy? And Colson will have at least 26 homers and have at least 55. They're doing
3 home runs in a game the other night.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Matt, they're getting it done. They are getting it done. All right, there's a couple of comments. I see Giants fan and then SF Gotham.
Okay.
Which one do I want to go to? I'm going to go to the first one here, guys. And then these are good points that we could talk about here. Can't wait to see Turner Hill in a Giants uniform. Why?
Oh, like what?
Kind of. I'm being dead serious. Why? Why?
Don't all speak at once.
I could have sworn he got called up, but he's just not playing.
He's not playing yet. But why? What is it?
Yeah,
he's 27 years old, right? He had a 26 game hitting streak in Sacramento. Okay, that's great.
Sounds like
but why? Why do people get excited about this? This guy's been a journeyman his whole time. And look, this is no shade against the player. I'm not. I'm glad that he's up and he's getting his opportunity. That's awesome. But why are fans getting so excited about something like this when it doesn't mean anything is he the future? Is a 27-year-old outfielder, is he the solution to the Giants' problems? Oh, it's just a great story. That's the problem I hate. I know. You know how many times I've seen this? It's a great story. Remember Spencer Bivens last year? Oh, it was a joke. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Take it back.
Eric fell for it.
I fell for it. I fell for it. But no, I've seen it. But to be honest with you, Giants fan, I've seen it. I've seen it out there. And I don't understand the love affair with this. And look, I'm not, it's not meant to denigrate. Great stories are fun. I get it. I love it. I'm a baseball aficionado. I love history. I love hearing about the stories. It's fine.
Then watch Ken Burns, Eric.
But that being said, yeah, I understand, Senior. I know he was joking, but there's other people out there that aren't joking. And that concerns me because it's just, come on. I want to get guys that are going to be contributors.
You know how many days at this address where I sit right now, Eric? I had to hear Grant McCray.
Yeah. And then now he's back. And look, and how many times are we going to have to look? It reminds me of Austin Slater. Remember how many times did they give opportunities to Austin Slater and it just didn't work? Sometimes it don't work. And to allude to what you talked about earlier, Glenn, with our great guest Ned Coletti a few days ago, where he talked about sometimes you have to move off of these guys.
Yeah.
Right. And that's something. And Grant McCray may be that in that boat. He may be. Because how many times have we seen him? Has he grabbed the bull by the horns? No, he hasn't. He has not. SF Gotham says, but the contracts are preventing the Giants from getting better. I disagree because the Giants are worth a lot of money. If they wanted to go over the CBA, they could easily go over the CBA and it would not hurt them one iota. Not one iota. They could easily do that. They could. And could they put together a pretty good team? Yeah, I think they probably could. But they're not. for whatever reason. And like I said, I don't understand why you go half measures and putting and building a team, and then you don't finish the job if you're not willing to go spend a little bit more to go out there and put together a decent product. Now we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, how this works. Now, whether or not, this is going to work or not, I don't know. I don't know. The Giants are ranked 4th in Baseball America. That's fine and dandy. That's fine. It's a good thing. And I hope that the Giants don't screw this up, right? I hope they don't screw this up. Because if you go back and you look at the history, I mean, it's not that great over the last few years. We've got a few guys, right? You've got Casey Schmidt, Bailey. Who else? Who am I missing? Eldridge. Okay. But look, we're only talking. Look how many guys we're talking about. We're talking 3 guys.
3 out of probably 22 first and second round picks.
We'll go back since 2019 when Farhan came on board, and 2 years of Buster Posey. So there you go. That's 8 years, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Is that how long Farhan was with us? 6 years, something like that. Yeah. So
Farhan's problem though too, Eric. You're talking about.
I'm talking about drafts.
Yeah, but you were talking about guys who were, and I brought this up in the green room, so if the guys don't know what we're talking about, I mentioned to you in a great interview I missed there on Monday night with the great Ned Coletti.
God, and I can sit here and listen forever.
I said one of the things I picked up in that interview that just jumped out of the screen and the words, what you said. Sometimes you just got to address him. He doesn't have it. You move on. Stop playing games, right? The Giants are just as guilty over the last decade of, for as many times as they do that mistake, I can name you half a dozen right off the top of my head, guys that they let go after about 2 weeks and we're now batting 340 with the Miami Marlins and are playing every day for the Pittsburgh Pirates and are. So there's no in between on the fence with this team. They either just, let him go and the guy becomes an all-star, or they ride with these guys like Luciano and God knows who else for too long. I don't understand their philosophies. Again, I think maybe Eric, maybe we're looking at the players, we're looking at the broadcasters, we're looking at maybe our biggest concern should be getting a bunch of guys hired. I don't care their background. If he's a plumber from Daly City, I don't care. But if he understands baseball knowledge and he can see with his own eyes that the guy has talent, hire him to be the head of scouting, like Lou Moneyball. I played a little T-ball, head of scouting. The Giants they can't judge talent to save their lives. And
look, that's an ability. Again, going back to Ned Coletti, he specifically talked about that. Him and Brian Sabian were very good at evaluating people, right? Because those people are what's going to lead you to where you need to be, right? If you understand these people's talents and their strengths and their weaknesses, and you make the right decision in hiring these people, again, we're not just talking players, we're talking about people within your organization who are supposed to go out there and evaluate the players that you want to get. And if you can't trust in the word or the ability of those that you hire, well, then you're going to be up a creek. And then here's another thing, Lou, and I want to talk, let me kick this one to you. Farm systems. What does those mean? What does that mean? Who are these people? I've never really understood it. I always see it. I always got caught up in the, hey, they're ranked here, they're ranked there, and yada, 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 right? But who are these people? Are they scouts? Are they people within actual Major League Baseball? Or are they like people like myself and Glenn and Lou and others out there who got podcasts who just are fans of baseball and they look at this? I mean, are these people literally going to all these players and watching them play? Or are they getting behind a computer desk, bringing up their baseball savant or whatever it may be, Fangraphs, Baseball Reference, pick whichever one you want. And are they just looking at this and say, oh, this guy is going to be a good guy. He should be ranked up here. Does it always pan out? No, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand what it means. And John, he talks about it, trade chips. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. But that's what I'm saying. What do clubs, how do they value a Baseball America, an MLB pipeline, whatever it may be. How do you see what I'm saying? I mean, do clubs actually base their decisions, Lou? I don't know if that's
No. I mean, I think you're bringing up a great point because I saw Giants have 4 in the top 100, but 2 of the guys are in high A. So when they have a farm system, it doesn't matter if you have a guy ranked 8th or 12th in high A. He's never seen better pitching in double A. He's never been to triple A, and he's never seen the show. All that means is the guy might have a high ceiling to me. You know, and the other thing too is, you know, you talked about the trade deadline. You knew it'd be bad. We've now made trades 2 consecutive years with the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees will never make a trade with us ever again.
Oh, they're
because
terrible.
We hype up these guys. We hype up these guys and we get stuff. And it's almost like exactly what Boston did to us, stealing. I mean, I didn't like Ramos. He was decent, but he was better because we had nobody else. The guy's 2 for 25.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's gonna be in serious trouble, and he's gonna happen what Duvall. Next year, he's gonna realize he had it better. And I think a lot of times baseball is really mentally. He's gonna fail in New York because in San Francisco you can get away with it. I'm sorry, but when they trade for you, they batted him 4th one time. They, it's one of those things where they need him to step up, and he's not stepping up. He's striking out. His defense is bad. It's a shit show there. New York is now going to say anyone with SF, we never want anyone again. And it's gotten to the point now where, we liked him because he was a Giant. But once he goes to another team with a little pressure, it shows you how bad these guys really are. We got to stop loving these guys, and we got to realize we need a whole entire 360 because we think these guys are good. Same thing. I'm going to say it right now. Eldridge. Oh, how good he is. He's decent. He's like a belt. I've been saying that all season. You guys make him like a Will Clark. He might be good in 2 or 3 years, but right now on our team, he's not that good. He probably, when you look at our lineup, he's probably our best guy. I'm sorry, but our team is horrible. So that's not saying much. As for pitching, you talked about all-stars. Webb didn't deserve to be an all-star. He had 1 good month. Okay? The guy's still below 500. The team overall is going to be 25 games over. And by Sunday, we might have the worst record in baseball. These are the San Francisco Giants. We should never be even in the same sentence. It's bad. And the thing is you look at our 40-man roster, okay? Who on our 40-man roster do you really want back? You got the big contracts, which obviously there's nothing you can do. So we have them. Okay, not a big deal. Got to do what you got to do. But when you look at the 40-man roster, it's bad. And to me, the 40-man roster, even though we only play the 26, tells us sort of our future, Eric. And I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to ask you too, who do you guys want back for the next 2 years? Okay? The next 2 years, you have the Giants. Who is going to make a difference in the next 2 years? So I just want to ask you, and we're going to just go down. Brubaker, is he going to make the team better in the next 2 years? And are you okay with him not being on the team?
Lou, I can answer it with one name, Eldridge. That's it. Eldridge back, nobody else. Everybody else is expendable. Pitching.
Eric, the other day you brought up a great point. You are a huge fan of Carson Whisenhunt. Are you okay if he's not on the team next year?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Same thing with Roop. Same thing with Dylan Smith. I know you like him, so maybe he's your exception. But all these other guys are nothing. Okay, so our catching situation right now. We all talk about Susak, but Susak might have a problem. He can't stay healthy. So why would he stay on our team if he can't stay healthy? Okay, look at our other 2 bums. Kavanaugh, he's all right. Kisner, again, I don't want him either. So then, you got Devers, obviously, Adames. Koss is okay. Koss is one of those guys that if somebody gets injured and you need him to fill up for a couple weeks, he'll help out.
He's a modest bench player, though, Lou. He's a modest bench player to have around, but to have this guy to call on him so much last year and again this year lately, we're asking too much of some players. They're
like
just
right
not
now,
that
you know who
good.
our best outfielder is besides Jung-Hoo Lee? Gilbert.
Yeah.
And that's scary. He's a
He
4A player.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Lou, I'm going to take this a step further.
Yeah.
We don't even have to go to the 40-man. Let's look at the 26-man that's currently out there for the San Francisco Giants. And you tell me who's going to be on this team next year. Brubaker probably won't be. He's a free agent. Jason Foley probably won't be. He's a free agent. He's been horrible. Trent Harris will probably be on the team. Sam Hinches, nope. He's on a one-year deal. He'll probably be gone. Here, let me make sure on Hinches. Almost positive that Hinches is here only on a one-year deal. 1 second. Let me just look. Again, this is just the pitchers. Gosh dang it, where is he? Whatever. I'll come back to it. Hinches, I'm almost positive he's a free agent. Adrian Hauser is going to be back next year because he's on that contract. Landon Roop will probably be back. Reaver San Martin, I think he's on a one-year deal, right? He probably will not be back. Carson Seymour will probably still around because the Giants still have control. Dylan Smith, that's a guy that the Giants need to keep. I like Dylan
Eric,
Smith.
if I may, San Martin, or however you say his name,
San Martin, yeah.
put me down for he'll be back because he oozes the price point of a Giant. There's something.
Well, I think he's a free agent. That's
but
the
something
problem.
tells me he's the kind of player they'll bring back. Put him down on my he's coming back list.
I'll take that back. He's on arbitration 1. San Martin is arbitration 1. So he will be. He'll be back. San Martin will be back. Dylan Smith will be back. Blake Tidwell will be back. Logan Webb will be back. Carson Winston will be back. Keaton Wynn. Is he? I think he's still on arbitration. Yeah, he'll be arbitration number 1. So, yeah, he'll probably be back. So, there you go. So, you got a few pitchers that'll probably be gone. Drew Kavanaugh, Adam Kisner. Well, Kisner won't be here. Kavanaugh will be here along with Susak. That's going to be your catchers next year. Almost guaranteed.
That's terrible.
Willie Adames will be here. Basabi, maybe a bench player. Maybe. Devers will be here. Buddy Kennedy will not be here. Christian Koss, maybe a bench player. Victor Barracoto, don't know. Jonah Cox, maybe. Drew Gilbert, yes. Turner Hill, probably not. And Jung-Hoo Lee, yes. Bryce Eldridge, yes. So that's your 26-man right there. So it's not a whole lot of.
It's as bad or worse next year, Eric, by the looks of it. Unless, an off season where they, miracles happen and we play next year. If they have an off season where they somehow wave their magic wand, because by the way, it was a year ago, Monday night that we were at the ballpark. Did you realize that?
Yeah, it was.
It
was a year ago when I know that was a lot of damn fun, man.
Focus.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Home run, man. We thanked Lou 101 times.
And then I forgot, Schmidt's not on there because he's on 60, so Schmidt will be back as well. So, there's a lot of holes that are going to have to be filled next year. And who are they going to be filled by?
I know who won't be back next year. Hey, who's TG14?
I don't know.
Pointed out, I suck so bad, Lou.
Oh, come on. Get out of here. Come on, dude. Come on.
So he's
let's be nice.
He's not coming back.
Oh, well. All right, then. Wow. Come on, man. You got to do better than that, man. Come on. No, TG. TG's got to be better than that.
I can do that.
Usually he's always.
I waved the magic wand on this post-game show. He's gone.
He usually has some pretty good comments for everyone. So
there's no first strike, no second strike. You're out.
And I think Bader's done. I don't think he'll ever be in a Giant uniform again.
Might not be.
I was shocked, Derek. I was back watching some old tape. I brought this up with Lou in a personal conversation. Your pal, Marty Laurie, he says something to the effect of, you can't make Harrison Bader, what was the word, Lou? You can't make him like the scapegoat. You can't revoke his contract or release him because, it's not a good precedence. Jesus, I'm surprised they haven't done it already. Get him the hell out of here.
No, you can't. You can't because you're asking for a lawsuit from the Players Association, and they will fight that. And you got to literally, you just can't go on a whim and say you're gone. You can't because you are gonna look for.
You can't release him.
No, you can't unless you have because you don't know what's in the contract. If you don't know what's in the four corners, so to speak, you can't do that. If there's something in his contract,
you're telling me you can't go into the boardroom tomorrow and say we're going to release him. We don't have room for him. We're going to
You
try
can, but you still got to give him his money. You could say,
Oh, fine.
DFA,
Get him the hell out of here.
No.
Get him out. Get him out.
Do you
Get
see
him
the
out. What are we
Giants?
doing?
Would the Giant? Are you telling me that the Giants would eat the $10 million for Bader?
Credit-
They might.
Credit
They
card
might.
scooters and fire trucks. That didn't
Hey, look,
work.
right?
Get him
And
outta here.
because that's where it comes down to. It comes down to the money. You could DFA him. Now they did that with La Stella, right? In his last year of his contract, gave him his $11 million and be on your way because the guy had 2 broken wheels. But yeah, they might wind up doing that with Bader.
Apparently, so did Bader. But
Yeah. What happened?
he could have bought his own scooter if he's leaving his credit card laying around town. You know?
Yeah, I know, right? What happened with Devers at third tonight? Well, it looks like he probably thought that the ball was trapped. Because I thought when I first saw it live, I was like, okay, that ball's trapped. We're good to go. But then they did the replay. No, it wasn't.
The only issue I had with that was you're in a game where you need runs. Just don't make blunders where it comes back.
Well, he wanted to try to get to third because again, you're closer to home. You're 90 feet closer. But
because
yeah,
we got to play smart base. Listen, it wasn't the first and won't be the last time. We still got a month and a half of baseball left. It won't be the first or last time that we've seen on-field, on-base blunders this year.
Well, if you look, go watch that in real time, and you could see. All right, I guess you had to err on the side of card.
You got to err on caution. Yeah, you don't go, well, I thought he was out, so I'm out. You got to play smart. The Giants, that may be in a nutshell. You're laughing a little bit. Don't you agree? The Giants just don't play fundamentally sound baseball. They do not.
I hate dumb baseball. When you just make mental errors, these are the professionals, the best of the best. And sometimes the Giants mentally just are not, on that level.
Point. All good point.
And everybody, not at one player. We've had everything but a Merkel's boner this year, Eric. Everything but. And we may even have had when I'm away. Did we ever throw the ball into the crowd with 1 out or 2? I think we've had a player run around the bases with 2 outs. Oh, shoot. That's close. Their head's not in the game. Schmidt, you saw 2 nasty ones by Schmidt, 2 nasty ones by Ramos. He's the card table with 3 legs. He's not even here anymore.
Yeah. It's happened.
You know, guys, I'm sorry. I do have a
question. Lazy.
There's 40 games left. Can the Giants go 12-28? And are we going to lose 100? Because this offense is very soft.
It is.
And,
Eric, hey, look,
Glenn, when you weren't here, we said, will the Giants sweep a series or win 4 in a row? And Eric, we said we'll look at Colorado, but the rest were all playoff teams that need it.
Yeah.
They would only be the 3rd team ever.
I'll tell you what, when we go watch that game on the 27th, when Liam, by the way, Liam, I see you in the chat. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
He's back from vacation. He said he got everything all squared away for coming to San Francisco on August 27th. So that should be a lot of fun. But Arizona, they're going to be bad. They're going to come here and try to and sweep the Giants, man, because they're in the
thick of it. Wouldn't be the first time, Eric.
They're what, 9-1 against us? A team we can't beat.
Like
and then,
matter of fact,
you got to remember the Padres now, it's sort of amazing. And I think me and Eric brought this up the other night. Teams are not doing well, and they get so healthy against the Giants, and they go on the run. It's amazing. Padres are now 16-4 since they played the Giants. Teams get healthy. Wow. They understand what it means to be win. But, the other thing, too, is if they do lose 100, something drastic has to happen. You can't lose 100 and say, oh, it was one of those years. Because the Giants, when they won 107, we all knew it was a mirage. It didn't
Larry
happen.
Bear will say it.
Yeah, it's bad, and only Eric has the greatest sound the Giants can do when the season's over. On our last game when the Dodgers finally leave town, we get to hear play it, Eric, one time. Glenn hasn't heard it. At the end of the season, this is what our show's going to get.
Are you talking about the flashback?
No.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The harp, right?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah. Good.
I call that the way back harp. I use that on the radio when you're going to. Let's go back.
I use that a lot. Hey, ask Lou. Every time I talk about Luis Ariz.
Remember that night, Lou, at Tommy's?
Yeah, there you go. The same thing, right?
Yeah.
For fear the show comes to an end, Eric, for fear this show sadly comes to an end, I don't want to miss the opportunity to call out. Do I need to buy that shirt, Lou? Does that say my therapist has game or has got game or what is that? Oh, he gave up. Well, that's just as good. Eric and I need one of those. I thought your therapist had game, man, working on you.
Okay,
Gave
I
up.
gotta look up something.
A couple more
Let me
coffee.
look up something. I'm gonna look this up. You know what?
That's
While I look at this up, hey,
Lou,
Well,
that's
look
what
at
our
some-
buddy, what's his name? Who's that guy?
Enrique.
Sings, no. Tell me about your childhood. Oh, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Hyperactive. Thomas Dolby.
Thomas Dolby.
Dolby says, tell me about your childhood.
you know what's better than therapy?
Lou and I play DJ at Tommy's. Would you believe it?
Hey, I'll tell you, something a lot better than therapy. There we go. Proud sponsors of Giant Sports Talk Live. Tommy's Mexican Restaurant. Kyle, he says winning 10.5 games a month. But hey, you got to remember that was 10.5 games when you had a full team for the most part. So imagine what it's going to be like. Right now, the Giants, in comparison to the 1985, right? Giants are currently 50-72.
Yeah.
At this time, at game 122, the 85 team was 47-75.
I've often said to Eric,
Right
when you
there.
get a guy like Devers, I'll give him his props, Eric. If I've got to step up to the plate myself and say, I'll give him his props, the guy is kind of bounced back, if you will. I think he's playing above and beyond what we can expect from him right now because he's team leading right now. Jesus, we're that bad. I mean, geez, you could bat 200 with 20 home runs. You're going to be the team leader, right? You're an all-star. But I've often said to you on the show, Eric, that it's especially watching those. I love Ken Burns, that magical like 1900 to 1920. That block is my 20-year. Just it's a magical time for baseball.
Love it.
And I watch teams were made up of so many great players. I mean, it wasn't like today. It's so watered down. You got guys who should be in like A-ball or independent league playing in Winnipeg or playing AAA, and it's just a mess. Too many teams, in my opinion. But hey, I've often said to you, Eric, that it's a team game. But man, have you guys not noticed what a difference I see on the field on a nightly basis trying to watch this without Luis Rise suiting up anymore? One guy.
I know, man.
One guy has changed this whole lineup for me.
Sure has.
Hey.
It sure has, man. Think about it.
He was a kind of a bright spot. Well, there's a Rise up this inning. Oh, something fun will happen. I think he got a little crazy with his.
He's kind of been slumping in Philadelphia. He had the first good couple of games, and now it's kind of been. But
did you see his play at home plate when he jumped over? And he goes,
yeah,
you got
like
me.
the hell with it. You got me. I'll just walk back. Yeah,
Hands
but
up. Yeah.
But as a Giant, man, gosh, those are good times.
Who's
They
gonna
were.
get the play? Is there any good playoff races we're going to talk about soon?
Yeah, just put up the wild card. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's take a look at this here.
I mean,
I got it right here.
As Boston's
all
our boy
negative.
in Boston hasn't really popped on because I think they've lost 7 in a row.
Oh, Lou, they disappear.
One.
You know Robert Rothberg syndrome. They disappear for a while.
Oh, okay. They're 4-6 in their last 10.
All right, here's the American League. New York Yankees sitting on top of the first wild card, +8. Then Boston, +5. Detroit, right there in the third. But not that far behind is the Twins, the Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Guardians Hell, the Seattle Mariners are 3.5 out. So you could throw them in there. This is going to be a hell of a race here.
So only 3 teams don't have a legitimate playoff shot. 3 teams.
No.
The Angels, the A's, and the Royals, right?
Oh, you're talking about that don't have a shot. Yeah.
That don't have a shot at the playoffs.
That don't. Correct. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This AL race for the wild card is going to be wild.
Show me the National League, Eric.
You have a good week and you're back in it, Eric.
You have a good week and you're back in it. Yep. Chicago Cubs sitting at the number 1, Padres, and then Arizona Diamondbacks and the Phillies are tied for that 3rd spot. I'm telling you, August 27th, these Diamondbacks are going to come in and they're going to try to put a whooping on the San Francisco Giants. The Marlins are 3 games back, and then the St. Louis Cardinals 3.5. From the Reds on down, probably are out of it. Probably out of it.
Look at that, minus 113 runs.
That's terrible.
Oh, my God.
That's terrible. Hey, let's not forget it improved by 3 today.
Eric, you tell me how a team like the Tigers got rid of Tariq Skubal, and they're still just as good or better, and we stink.
Well, hey, think about it. Remember, Tariq Skubal was on the IL for over a month, and they were still out there doing stuff. And now they probably realized at that time when he was out for that long, okay, maybe we can afford to trade him because they're still out there taking care of business.
So why didn't the Giants say, Logan Webb was an all-star with a freaking record of about 4? He's pitching 420.
I can't answer that. Hey, there's only one
guy that can
answer that.
He's pitching 420. Maybe there's a good chance to move him right now. Because it seems his career, Eric, if you look at his number, he's going backwards.
It's not good. This year's not good.
He's sliding year by year, Lou. He's slowly getting worse. The year's going to come, Eric, and we haven't really seen it. It's a bad year. But we haven't really seen Logan Webb sit in the sidelines and have an injury-riddled year. That's coming the older he gets. One of these years, you're going to go, oh, my God, he's on the shelf for 60 days.
Well, he's not going to be here that long. I mean, look, by the time his current contract is up, he's going to be, 30 or 31? And he probably, more than likely, will not be a San Francisco Giant. I mean, then
the Giants have to stop stop lying to me, Eric. Either it's a young man's game or it's not.
You know what it might be?
It's a young man's game. Hey. We got to listen. We got to keep Webb, and come on.
There's no guarantee.
I like Lou's philosophy. Get rid of them all and start over. What's wrong with a rebuild at this point? Stop it. Can't rebuild.
Well, you can't rebuild. Well, to a certain point, you can't rebuild because your entire infield minus second base is all in long-term contracts, and you can't move off of them. Not right now. Maybe later on. But can you rebuild the outfield? Sure, you can rebuild the outfield. Can you rebuild your pitching staff? Sure, you can rebuild your pitching staff. So is it a tear it down to the studs? No, but it is some serious remodeling. There's no doubt about it.
Is there any other team in worse situations than us? Listen to what you're saying, Eric. Can you rebuild the starting pitch or all pitching? Bullpen and that, and our outfield. And if I remember when I joined you guys, one of the things Glenn brought up during probably all of January and February, where I got to know him well, is, will you look at this outfield? This is a joke. We have one outfielder.
And
he's been saying, and that was it. It's bad, and we talk about all the holes the Giants have, but it's drastic. Not only has it gotten worse than last year, I don't know if it's even repairable because we have so many holes. It's scary.
It's not gonna be easy. I'll tell you, it's not gonna be easy. And we'll see
how
they're gonna
figure
this out.
But it's gonna be tough.
It's not anything that's gonna be easy at all. But I would not be surprised. Hey, look, you still got the off season, whenever the hell that's gonna be. Off season may be in June, to be honest with you. And they may move off of Webb in the off season. You never know. That could be a potential. Because a lot of times with guys with a little bit longer contracts, a lot of time you have a little bit more success there because you have them for the full year of their contract rather than just a rental for 2 months, so to speak, during the trade deadline. And sometimes teams don't want to pony up, not necessarily for a rental, but just at the particular time. So we'll see what happens.
Robert Rothberg is almost like freaking 80 years old. Well, it kind of sounds arse backwards, Eric, but to say it's senior Rothberg, Glenn, because they rebuilt. They have good young talent. What if they have good young talent? Why don't we play good baseball? Explain to me why we're going to.
He's talking about in the minors. He's not talking about on the big club. We're talking 3 years away. That's what we're talking.
Well, you know what? I guess if you live in Sacramento and you're used to minor league ball, then you're all excited. Yeah, you're all excited about watching like AAA teams. Eric, you work from the top down. It's about making a Major League Baseball team the very best it can be. We're going to raise our AA banner again this year. Who cares? Who cares if we got great young talent? I don't see it, Eric. I don't see it, and it ain't great young talent till it blossoms and it's in the major leagues and it deserves to be there. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, you just got to see what's going on in the minor
Come on, man.
That's what he's talking about.
Eric, somebody earlier tonight brought up a good question, and I'm going to bring up what you bought me because you're always good. The Giants don't spend. We're $31 million before we get penalized that we didn't spend.
I know.
We did spend a lot, Lou, and I still say we misspent. We misspent.
No, I understand that, but we complain about our fourth and fifth starter. Oh, we could have spent $10 million each more to get guys worth $20 million, and we still would be under the cap. So, you have a level that you don't want to go over. That's the problem. The Giants needed, maybe this might have been the year where we sort of had to go because we didn't have anything to fill up the team and being safe. I can't believe it's just one of those things. What are you going to do?
Haven't seen this person for Marlon. Marlon? Is it Marlon? Marlon, send in some little leaguers. Well,
they're scouting over Williamsport.
Hey, that pitcher today in the Western Finals looked like he looked pretty good. Yeah, we still owe. So we had to pay Snell next year too.
No. Only this year, JB. Only this year. Only this year. Not 2 years. Only this year.
We're paying two managers and still can't win. So what does that tell you?
Don't even get me started.
And Senior comes back Senior came back. I got to tell you, bounce back, good one-liner, good zinger. He got me. They're rebuilding. Glenn. Well, what do you do when you're going to be 25 games under 500? I sure as hell hope they're rebuilding, Eric. I sure as hell hope they're trying to rebuild a semblance of a baseball team from the ashes of this catastrophic. This is like the 1909 earthquake, man. This is terrible. It's imploded, Eric. It's burning down in front of us. Why can't we all admit it? There's still people who say, well, this guy will be back next year because, he's solid pro. Nothing is solid.
Look,
Eric, is this the rock bottom?
Future. This is rock bottom.
This is not rock bottom.
Still more?
I think there's more coming. You know what rock bottom is going to be? Rock bottom will be if they lose 100 games. That's going to be the rock bottom.
Yeah, but Lou mentioned in the show earlier tonight, and I've missed you guys, especially Eric, Lou, and the chat as well. But you guys here on the screen, I missed you guys last week. I'm burning up tonight. I'm soaked here. I'm like, bleh. But I bounced back tonight. I had to be here with you guys. Lou brought something up in the show, Eric, earlier, and Lou's been bringing it hot. It must be all the trips to his therapist there. Got a free T-shirt and everything on vacation at the therapist's office. Look at that. They sent him home with a T-shirt. I love it. But Lou said it. If we're looking at 27 or 28, let's just keep it simple and say next year. Are we going to same players that are expected to be are going to be here, right? We went over the doctrine of players. And none of them are any good, but they're going to be back. And if we lose close to 100, even 90 games, Eric, but damn well you're going to have Buster Posey will be back next year. This is the problem. There is no, we're going to work to get better. No, we're just going to show up next year and see what we got. I don't know, more of the Larry Bear bullshit. Well, it's a great day for baseball. No, it's not. Not in the Bay Area anyway. Maybe in Kansas City, Eric, but not here. It's true. Stop it. The guys are in the chat here. I go away from a week. I told you this every freaking time, Eric. I come back from a week off and think, we'll just kind of ease into this. No, it's the same crap. Well, we got this and we're rebuilding. We got good young talent. Eric, the team sucks and nobody was willing to be man enough to go, this team stinks. This sucks. Look,
everyone,
future next year. We're not a playoff team next year. Who you bring in?
there's no one that says that this team is good. Nobody.
I've
They
seen
haven't-
a semblance of that in the chat.
No. There's no. Trust me, there is nobody here saying that the Giants are good this year.
Who cares? I'll be going to Lou, I'm going to playoff games, all right. But I'm going to playoff games at the Chase Center, baby. The Chase Center, baby.
Quinn Thomas, our White Sox fan, donates another $5. I looked at your all's
you.
active roster. It has to be the top 5 words. Top 5. Come on, try top 3. Come on, man. Tomorrow, 1:05 start. It will be Michael Lorenzen versus Logan Webb. So Logan Webb will be taking the mound tomorrow for the San Francisco Giants. So maybe the Giants will have a chance.
Senior says it's a
3:30
plan. I
o'clock.
want to see. Can you explain to me, Lou or Eric? Jump in. Tell me. What is the plan? It's a plan. Well, what is the plan? What is the plan? I don't understand.
Just draft and develop. Draft and develop. That's the plan. Draft and develop.
So I'll tell you what. Join us again for our next installment of Giant Sports Talk Live or with the spring of 2032, because the plan might come to fruition. The plan doesn't happen in the off season, Eric, or next year or the year after. I think Lou said it. Lou, did you say 2030? I said around 2032. You're saying 2030? That's when the plan might happen. We've waited over a decade now, Eric, and it's gotten worse. There is no plan. For me, there is no plan.
Eric, Ned said it right. If you don't draft and develop,
you're
crumbs, you're going nowhere. And that's what the Giants.
And that's kind of where the Giants are at the bottom of that, right? You got your ebbs and your flows. And look, they're going to have. It's going to take time. The problem is, they probably should have done it last year rather than after this year, because now you got 2 years wasted. They tried to go for it last year under Posey. It didn't work. They tried to go for it in 2026. It didn't work. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, shit. Now what do we do? And granted, Posey's had 2 drafts. That's going to be a while before you see anything come from fruition of that. They did pretty good on the international draft. They did pretty good on the trades. But it's something that's going to take. And look, and none of that is guaranteed. I'm sorry. No one can sit there and say that it's going to be absolutely great at Oracle Park in 2 years. We hope it is.
You're still not going to be able to build a team. You're not going to still be able to build a team in 2 years with all young talent, Eric. And
no. You got to go out there
on the show with you before I went on the missing list. Have I not said to you, Eric? I questioned, and you said, "Yep." As always, Glenn, you're right. I said, Eric, the worst off season for signing talent. When's it coming, Eric? This off season. There's nobody crumbs, as Lou calls it. Crumbs.
Yeah. Well, that's why you could. Do you know what you could do?
Free agency doesn't even exist this off season.
You could trade. The Giants could get some trades in the off season.
Oh, geez. The only thing we have to trade is the young talent everybody wants to keep around and play the numbers because they can't trade anything they got now. We saw that on trade deadline day. Yeah.
Glenn, we got an overabundance.
Me off a ledge.
We got an overabundance of middle infielders that could be used in a trade if they got to go out there and get some big league talent. They could do that. Whether or not they can, or whether or not they get it done is a different story, but it can be done. It can be. I just don't know if they're going to do it. That's just something that we're going to have to wait and see.
I'm just tired.
It's okay. I'll tell you what, though. I got some good news. You ain't going to have to worry.
Will do that to a man, Eric. I'm telling you.
Hey, pretty soon you're going to get a long break from Giants baseball. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. As soon as September 27th is over and it's the last game of Giants baseball, we're going to enjoy some playoff baseball. And then 2 months after that, everyone's going to be going, I can't wait for Giants baseball, no matter how bad it's going to happen. Now, but the sad thing is, because of the labor dispute, we may have a longer hiatus than we expected. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we won't lose that way. That's my
always
philosophy.
Cryptic, that's I've been saying that, man. It's gonna be years of and that's where I'm at. That's why I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
Senior, is he drinking tonight? Is he at the cat club?
It's gonna be 3 years.
Get a few margaritas.
At the minimum,
won't be 3 years.
No, I can't go any sooner than that. I can't.
Won't be 3 years. We hardly have 3 guys to put on the field right now.
I can't go there.
Come on. Lou said we have no catching. We got. You know what? We stink.
Look,
When people are willing to admit it, let me know.
And in 2029, you're going to start seeing it, and then maybe you'll start seeing some winning in 2030. That's where I think that's what's going to happen. All right, let's get the hell out of here, man. We've already been going
Senior,
long.
I think Senior's fooling us. Senior's an A's fan. He keeps coming in our channel. Oh, Giants, hey. He's an A's fan. I see him he's got the gold and green pom-poms. He's sitting over by the first base line. Hey, I know. And Eric, I've always told you. And you know what? I've been hard on Senior tonight. I understand that. But Eric, I've told you 101 times, and Senior will agree. I know good young baseball talent when I see it.
Oh my God! Oh my! He didn't even hit the ball. He hit the tee. He went out. Oh my God!
That's why I should be scouting. That guy's got talent, Eric. Doesn't he look like a Giant, or he's some kind of semblance of a Giant? I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's a little bit, huh? Let's get the hell out of here. I'm ready to go. Guys, we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon again. Game 2 between the Giants and the Rockies. The battle for last continues tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be here around 3.
Doozy.
Somewhere on there.
Hey, one more before I go. You know, I've only been around like 2 days in the last 2 weeks, Eric.
Ready?
Fire it!
Here we go.
Oh my God!
Lord have mercy.
She failed! Ha ha!
Ruby, you all right?
Get her up! Get her up!
I'm sorry, but that one never grows old, and that is just the epitome of the season. It's the epitome of the year.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Let's get out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Giants remind me, I wrote some notes. Bernice brought me over my notes for tonight's show. I wanted to look sharp, so I said, the Giants remind me, Eric, of Peter Lundstrom. He's trying to keep his head above water. He's just trying to keep his head above water. He's just thrown in the deep end. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
Peter Lundstrom. Highly controversial scene. Charles Ingalls threw him in. Uncle Charles.
Oh. See, I don't know the kid's name.
Jeez.
I don't know the kid's name.
We got work to do. Okay.
It's okay because it's only 2 feet high. Let's get out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll be here tomorrow afternoon. See ya.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.